I wasn't just licking the bowl, I promise. Okay, now the great thing about this recipe, or many raw recipes, is that this is not laziness. Cleaning the jug or not cleaning the jug, it's not being lazy. It's because what's in here is great and it will fit in really well with the pie filling. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put in the pre-soaked cashew nuts. In we go. I have half a cup of water. In fact, it's just a little over half a cup. In it goes. And you wouldn't believe this will come together in such an amazing pie. You just wait. Then a little bit of vanilla essence, or if you have a vanilla pod, do scrape out those little beauties in there. I'm going to put in about half a cup of maple syrup for this one. Okay, so just pour it in. And half a cup of the dark agave nectar that we spoke about earlier. Just going to squeeze that into the equivalent amount of about half a cup. If a little bit more goes in, do you know what, I don't mind, because I love my pie to be very, very sweet. And then we have the shelled hemp seeds. Now, when these are whizzed up in a high-speed blender, they just turn to cream. So let's put in, I would say, about half a cup of these. Let's put in 3 tablespoonfuls. And then we have the cacao powder. Of course, you cannot forget this. And in fact, if you're allergic to chocolate, just omit the chocolate and put in something else like lucuma, or I don't know, I'll think of some alternatives. And you can make a slightly different pie, but it will still be very delicious. So I would say about a cup's worth of cacao powder or chocolate powder, maybe just a little bit more. And I have a feeling that I'm going to want to perhaps put a bit more agave in. Then we have the delicious cacao butter and coconut butter that I have already melted over a very low flame. Just look at that. Ooh, look at it go. And I'm going to basically whiz this up, just check that it's sweet enough, and then pour it into my pie crust. Okay, so we have the pie crust that has been chilling nicely in the freezer. I may have chocolate all over me, I'm sorry. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to spoon out this amazing filling. Now, if you want to, you could put more water in it to make it more, so it's really, really fine when it comes out, but to be honest, I just don't care. It tastes so good, I'm happy to have it not as finely blended as one might like their chocolate pie. Oh my gosh, I've just tasted this off camera, and I have to say, oh my. Now, when you make this chocolate pie, yes, it might be a bit more pricey than your average using wheat and, you know, flour, eggs and milk pie, but trust me, this is like a once in a lifetime experience that you can repeat again and again should you wish to. And if you have guests over, make them this pie. If you go to someone's house for dinner, make them this pie. If it's your little girl's birthday and she's nearly turning 3, make her this pie, and you will see that people are happy. Now, what I want to do is just put a bit of this chocolate that's left onto the top of the pie. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this with a knife. My friend the other day showed me how to shave the chocolate. I can't remember how to do it. So I'm just going to cut little pieces off like this. Actually, it's got the same effect. That's good. Just shaving it lightly with the knife. You can tell that I'm not a trained chef, that I'm just a fresh knife mama. Okay, so that's probably enough. So I've got some shavings here. I'm just going to sprinkle them over the top. And the reason why I'd like to use an actual chocolate bar, and Shazzy's is the perfect one to do this for, is because it's already done and dusted. I don't need to make another chocolate bar. It probably costs about the same anyway to make one yourself, so it's just much easier to just do this. There we have it. And this has got to cool in the freezer now for about, I would say, 15 minutes. And then, you know what it's time for? It's time to eat it. So let's just put it in here and then I'll do a little taste testing. One chocolate pie is ready for the tasting. So what I'm going to do is just ease it very gently, though you don't need to worry too much about it sort of crumbling, because the cacao butter and the coconut butter will set it. Just bring it out like this onto the plate. I'm actually going to leave it in the saran wrap with the cling film because I'll be wrapping it up again, just saving this in the freezer. So let's just do a cut. Now it actually could do with a little bit of setting, but this is, yeah, this is good. This is good. Oh yes. So I'd probably set this maybe for another 20 minutes actually, which would make it harder, but to be honest, this is more like a chocolate torte. Can you see it hasn't set properly, but it will taste divine. Let's see if I can just do this without making a mess. It's like a moussey torte. The base is amazing, and the combination of the base and the filling and the shazzy chocolate on the top, oh my gosh. You've got to make this recipe and you've got to share it with me. Have fun. Bow bow bow. Bow bow bow.